All right, welcome back, everyone. Here's where we got our. I just didn't have enough stability to get this one done last night, but we're gonna jump right in on that. But there's our inside view of the office buildings. Actually, to just be made out of cardboard, that stuff's fairly sturdy. I'm not gonna push too hard on it or anything, but that's it's coming together. I'm liking all the intricate little details and whatnots and who's it's. And get that. Just notice that wire was down. I may have to throw a little more Bondic on that one to hold it up. But from this angle it looks okay. Yeah, but I'm pleased with how this is going so far. Jump in right away and finish up what I was working on last night, getting that light mounted. So bring you on in. Get Bondic pin out and ready to go. Like I say, I don't have to worry about this thing falling apart on me when I push against it now. So I don't have to worry about breaking these things over here as I'm trying to do all this stuff. But get that. And y'all, of course, can't see any of that. I gotta give it a little tilt here and get some view. Yeah. I just want to try and go fairly close to the middle. It's not going to be. It's going to, of course, go over before it goes all the way to the top. And I lost my grip. Okay. No, don't have anything. Just get my. Okay. There we go. I think I got it now. I think I do. I think half the Bondic seeps out on me in between. Okay. Yeah. Do it. Switch back. Hold it on again. Go in. Right here. There we go. Okay. Now, I think I'm going to try and put it right in the doorway. I sort of want it showing through when I turn the lights on. That'll be mostly visible there, I think. Let's see if I can. That on there. You see what I mean about this thing? Half of it seeping out. I'm not even squeezing on it, not even touching that part of it, and it's still oozing out. Having the cap on doesn't help. But there that is. That's where I decided I want it to be positioned. Like I said, I think that'll show light coming out over here once we get turned on. So that's sort of cool. Now, actually, I'm going to leave this propped up so y'all can sort of see in there, because now it's a matter of putting all the decorations in there. I think that's where I'm at. Let's see. Yep. Okay, so we'll need our whatever that is. Curio, I guess. That book. Witch's hat. A box with the jade on it. cloak evidently goes on the wall. Okay, the cloak is sort of to cover the wire, it looks like. And this little, I still haven't figured out what this is supposed to represent. Christmas ornament. And that's all the pieces for that. So, let's see here. I'm going to actually use, I think I'm going to use super glue on most of this stuff, the old Gorilla super glue, because I'm about to seal it up and I want it to stay in place. So start off with our book. No, actually, I'm not. I'm going to start off with this thing. It says it goes in right there. I'm going to favor that side just to make sure I've got room to put the roof on this side. It should be okay. It's got a big window in it too, so I think it'll be all right. Okay, give me a healthy dollop on there. Drop you in place and get it straight. Ish. A little pressure. A little more pressure. Okay. Now, our little, I guess, curio cabinet is supposed to go over here. So that's going to be, I think that's going to be tricky to get the pressure on, but yeah, no, it'll still, I think I can. Yeah, I think I can get some off this, I think I can do that. Okay, so lot it all around there. And have my handed endies ready. Alright, I think that'll get it. Okay. That's that. Now our books. Let's go right here in the floor. And I'm going to do it like that. Because like I said, there's a big window here, so I'm going to have to be able to look at the binding in there with that. Okay. And I'm going to stick with the old super glue. Jiggle it around, but I think it'll still be all right. Okay. Now, supposedly, this is supposed to go up against the wall here. Like I say, I think we're supposed to be covering the wire up with that. So, and it looks like I'm just making contact along the back of the cloak. So that's where I'm going to splash some glue on. Just sort of hope for the best, I believe. Okay. I'm not sure about that one, but that's what it says to do. Now our witch's hat is supposed to sit on the books right there. I think I'm going to sort of like that. Just going to hit here on the brim. And in here, and it should. Yep. And this thing, okay, I didn't leave a gap. That's supposed to go in the gap between the books and the cabinet here, but I didn't leave a gap. So I'm just going to sort of, and it looks like, actually, this is supposed to hang out the window after it's on, so I'm going to put the window in first before I do that, and then I'll mount that and have it hanging over the side. So, without any further ado, we get our window section out. Like it goes like that. Okay, so that means put away the super glue and grab our old Beacon 3-in-1 Advanced Craft Glue. So far, this has been a good blend of sticky and quick drying. Maybe a little bead up through there. Another little bead. Here. And then just drop you in place and I bet I'm supposed to have another cap on this that I didn't think to grab. I am. So, but I'm not going to worry too much about that at this point. I am going to let that matriculate while I work on the next little bit. Give me a second to let it dry while I put my, I guess it's a stained glass equivalent, on the back of this decorative mirror, decorative window device here. Let's see. Do something like that. And then we got all the colors showing out on the other side. It's got, look, sort of want to fade it. I wish they'd made it just a little bit bigger, because it just barely, it just does fit on the, so if you're doing this, give yourself like, an extra mil around the whole edge, so it got something, a little more substance to glue it on to. Like I say, our theory, that moving that much, got it have light showing through it, so this is going to be a tricky situation, I think. Okay, so I'm just going to try and do a few dots. Maybe I can just get it tacked in place, and that'll be, and it's going on the inside, so it shouldn't take much to just hold it down. Oh, come on, there's a gap there. Not enough for me to grab hold of. There we go. That's better. Now there's a gap over here. Okay. I think I got it all. I don't have a flashlight handy. See, I see just a small touch of the possible gap there, but I think that's actually, I think that'll be all right. Yeah, but yeah, okay. Now, keep losing my spot. Oh, I was actually supposed to put this on before I put it on the roof, but that's okay. I don't play by their rules. I don't think they have any rules. But this guy goes right there. So, I think I go back to the old super glue. Let's even coat. Line it up at the end and pressure. Sort of one. Okay. Okay. Now, I'm still going to let that sit for another minute or two here. Make sure I got everything. Okay, I got some more things I can do while that is. Got some posts to install. Okay, they're marked down here and down here, so these go like this. They're sort of decorative. Run up the sides of the building post. I knew that was eventually going to happen. Okay. Super glue it. That looks like it's going to fold right back in place. So. Nope, it did not. I should have just left it off so it'll. Okay, wasn't expecting that. Okay, turbo tacky it is. Upside down, backwards. Okay. Right. Okay. Right. That's sorted-ish. Okay, and then like I said, back to the old super glue on this thing. Maybe start over here. How crooked is that now? If I mess around with it too much, I'll mess it up. Okay, so this goes here and okay, so like that. So I'm gonna go the opposite of my normal. Put the glue down there and there. And try and line those up. Okay, that seemed to work. Stick with that. You move down there. What are you doing? Okay, that one's crooked. check my dry fit this time before I start. Okay. Okay. This time I'm just going to do glue on here and on the bottom of the stake to see how that works. So here and here. I keep pushing it further and further out of frame. Back in. And that seemed to work. So let's stick with that routine. So here. Alright, so we got some posts there. Cool. And okay, I can do some more decorating on the steps. Like I said, I just want to give that as long as I can to dry on that thing. I think it's probably pretty dry, but oh, I've got some other things I forgot to do. I hadn't done this yet. So I'm gonna have to do gotta do this thing first, then I can put that on. So those can both wait. Those go with that. Now, got some decorations to add on. So what do they look like? Got our little pearl in a bird cage. Supposed to go up here on that top step. Yeah, I think I'll go to the Turbo Tacky for these things. Then I keep losing that picture. Okay, here we go. Then our lounging black cat evidently goes on this step. So do it on the back there, and then just blob through there and just sort of mush it in. Okay, then we get one of our books and gets a little brass skull on it. It doesn't look like it's going to stand up, but okay. So, book. Just one step down from the cat. And then, okay, I got the step I can hit the skull onto, I think. With some luck. That wasn't luck. Skull's lazy, wants to lay down. This is just a lazy bone skull. And laying the other way. Okay, there it goes. Then another step down goes our blue crystal ball, which I haven't looked, but it appears to have the same glow in the dark. Yep, same glow in the dark crystals as the other crystal ball. Another step down. It doesn't really fit on the steps, but I think I got enough contact there. And then got one of our hollow boxes goes on the bottom step. Go there. Okay. Okay, that's a little. I think it's at an angle. The crystal ball is so. Okay, that's all the stuff that goes on the steps. So now let's get back in here. Figure out what we're going to do with this dealio, because in the picture it has it hanging out the window here, so I can sort of get it around that corner and underneath the brim of our witch's hat. That's about the kind of look it has. So, can I hit? Okay, so there's the end of our, let's see. I think that's a job for Bondic. Looks like it's close enough to the ground for me to, yeah, I think that'll work. A little blob of Bondic in there. Okay. Can I get a little bit from this end? I think that'll work. Okay. Now, all those guys are doing their thing. Let me do a start real quick. Okay. Now, supposed to make an archway here for this little door looking dealio. So that's built off of this thing. And these two triangles of roofing. I say this, I feel, is going to be probably the most difficult aspect of the roofing because it's like curved. It starts off just like, oh, this is where I may regret putting that those decorations in already, but let's see if I can get it. Alright. I think it worked. Everything I can see, it looks like it's in the right spot. And now, in theory, these things just... I didn't say Siri, I said theory. Thank you. My phone wanting to talk to me. Okay, so that's supposed to go on like that. This goes on over here. I think I'm a shade too long on the bottom, so let me knock off that many. That's one's back in the corner, so that won't be as obvious. Okay. So like that. Gonna be close, and it's gonna require super glue. But what I'm gonna do, put a dab of super glue down here at the bottom, and then gradually add more dabs going up. Not gonna do it all at once. That's my plan at this point anyway, so just move it right there. Get you in place. Yeah. Or not. Mm-hmm. Okay, actually if I, okay, that bonded, so if I just put a little dab up here on this top part, that'll make that work, I hope. A little bit there on the top of the frame. Bring you down. Okay. Got a little gap there, but still not too shabby. Now, same thing over here. Do it just like that. Okay. Just take, oh, missed that much off of that one, I think. Yep, that looks pretty close. There. All right. I got a little more access to this one as well, so that's good. So, dab of the old super glue down there on the bottom. Line you up and smush you on. Nope. Didn't get smushed on. There went my cross again. Knew that was going to happen. Okay. Separated the cardboard, but that's okay as well. Okay. Okay. Now, against my better judgment, I'm going to try and reattach that cardboard that I separated with glue. Much less glue than this one. Wipe it off real good and sort of dab in the middle of it there. And push you together. There. Oh. I'm making it worse somehow. The paper stick to glue. Alright, it's not going to cooperate. But there's that. Like I say, I'm a little surprised it worked out that well, but relieved. So, I'm going to we're going to start working on this section next. It's the bedroom. And I'll pull the piece that goes across the top there. And I'll be right back and we'll get going on that. Okay, so like I say, our little trim piece that goes across the top. I'm just gonna maybe grab on the end and see if I can get a line down it. Probably not. Not bad. All right. Not gonna mess around with it and mess it all up. Okay. Yep, crooked now. Okay. Need to leave it alone. Alright, so that's done, and we're just letting glue dry over there so we can start working on our other room here. Like say the bedroom. Let's see. Back to the old super glue. And do our... See, I don't like that. I'd rather have much rather have a full triangle than this halfway open thing. Okay. That's supposed to go. They're marked. Oh, you can't see that. You're marked here, and here's where they're supposed to end up at, but the bathroom's in the way, and then I'm going to break this cross. Could probably do I think I'm gonna try something risky. I'm gonna glue down one side and then try and wiggle the other side into place and see how it feels. Like it's got that much flex in it, so fingers crossed. Let's see. Generous little dab of glue. Okay. And this may all fall apart on me. Okay. So far it's standing. Now, put up a little bit of glue underneath it. And pressure. And okay. What are you into? Yeah, I see you. Neo's come in for a visit. Move you back out of the way. Now, this one, in theory, should be easier because I'm trying to see which one. Okay, this is C26, so it goes here and here. Allegedly. Okay. So, generous. Back to the old super glue. And generous yet smooth, even coats, I hope. And ease you down in pressure. Okay. Now, in theory, our roof goes, whoops, bring the light back to the inside. And down through here. Here's this gonna fit. A little. Okay, so back to the old Beacon 3-in-1. I would use a super glue, but I think I need the adjustment time. That one is super unsteady. And getting the glue in here is an issue, so I'm not going to go all the way down, I don't think. Okay. This side will. Okay. And now I think we're going to end up in the same situation we did last night, where this one's not going to be stable enough until the glue dries a little bit. So that's of course supposed to be setting this light up. So I'm going to go. I can put this piece down here on the end. I don't think I'm going to run into anything when I do that, so I'm going to, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So that means I get to put another piece of stained glass in place. See how close this one is to actually. Okay, so this one appears. And this is going to be a little bit easier to deal with. It actually has coverage if I'm careful with it. Yeah, it's got, well, you can't see that. It's got full coverage on the window. So, try and hit. Corners, a few twist spots in here. Just okay, yeah, I think that one's got much better coverage on it. Well, I mean, not the other one. The other one just had a little sliver, but it bugged me. All right. Look out here. And super glue. Give it another couple of seconds. All right. I got that going on this end. And let's see if I can't do some Bondic magic here. So I'm supposed to bring it up to that corner there, the top, and then let it swing on over. So let's do all this stuff here that you can't see, because that just typical, making a little Bondic bracket. Seem to do the trick. You over to about there. Use some of that stuff that oozed out. Okay. And continues to ooze out. Experiment. That's where I wipe that stuff off. Let's see what happens with it. I don't think it does not solidify because it's not, won't go because it's not transparent. All right, we got that guy going. All right. Now, get to put our, I guess, nightstand in our bed. I still got to figure out the pillows. I had to get rid of the temporary ones I had because it didn't suit me. And this, I guess, is the other nightstand, using a box as a nightstand. Get all right, come back here. Letter. And one of the hollow boxes, and two of the hollow boxes actually. Guy or gal's gonna have a cluttered bedroom. Okay. Okay, that's later on. I've got more pieces here. I'm trying to figure out where they all go. Okay. So, our nightstand, I guess, bed book stand, goes over here against this wall. So, doop. Just in there. Our bed goes pretty much dead center, it looks like. Well, maybe not dead center, but close. So I'm just going to hit the... And a weird cracking sound I didn't like. Let's hit the feet. Over there. Okay. And this box goes in here. But this is going to be a balcony, so I will make sure to leave that open. Oh, I think I actually want to go. I get it centered on these things, or fairly close to centered with the bed. And our letter. It's here next to the box. And then this box goes in the back corner over there. So tweezers going again. Right there. And then this box evidently just goes right in the middle of the floor here. Okay. And now, supposed to build our balcony. I'm getting... Ooh, I only got like 3 or 4 more pieces after these, so I'm gonna power on through and get to where I said I was gonna get to today. Okay, so these guys go on the C15s there, and then this forms a rail across the top, supposedly. How close is this to the circumference of the balcony? Pretty good. Yes. I have to do a little bending to make it work. But gonna use the old super glue. Do this one, and I'll put my brush back up because I'm... And one more. Okay. Now, how does this look? Not too bad. The outer one's a little bit off, but it's still, I guess, like, not bad, really. I think I'm going to put the roof on first, though. Got this decorative piece goes around the roof too, but this just goes on there. Yeah. I'm working around the roof, but not on the roof, so that's... So, drop you in. And like this is supposed to go there around that opening, and it's got a little line, sort of decorative line there, so you can, that's evidently the front. Stick with the old beacon. A little surprised that went in that well. A little bit over. Well, I'll just leave it alone. Don't push my luck. That's supposed to go on. No matter how many times I drop it, I've still got to put it back in. Okay. Okay. Okay, so that's vaguely like that. Okay. So, let's see how quickly I can do this. All these guys. The middle one wobbled a little bit more than I like. All right. Okay. This is a little off, but doesn't look too bad from the front. Oh, I heard a rattle there. I couldn't figure what's that. It's our pearl in the bird cage. Yeah. It almost looks like we're getting close, but we're not. Oh, yeah, I do that one more. So for some reason, we get to put our urn. It goes down here. Sort of under and behind. Oh, I forgot the roof bit again. I just like to block those things out. But this goes right there. Weird place to keep Uncle Martha. Uncle Martha. Aunt Martha. Uncle George. Festus. I guess there could be an Uncle Martha. There was a boy named Sue, according to Johnny Cash. Okay. And this guy. And if you do this thing, a warning on these things, they are extremely tricky to get out because all the little pieces, and I did break this one. You can see it's hard for them to cut it too because it got a little burn mark on that one. But we get this in and I will be ready to call this a night. Don't want to look too close because if I look too close I'll keep messing with it and mess it up. That's looking pretty good, folks. I think that completes our roof. I don't think there's any more roof pieces to get. We get to work on like our little front porch potion making area. That's what I think this is. It looks like it gets a lot of little details on it. Let's see, that's where this whole step thing goes. That goes straight through there, so it's got something like this. So you got steps up onto there. Yeah. But that's to be dealt with tomorrow. Wait a second. I missed another. I'm supposed to mount another box, so I'll do that tomorrow too. But otherwise, I'm going to call that a night. I think I can move things around a little bit. Had a minute or two for the glue to set in. Got our, I don't know what that room is. In our bedroom, of course our stained glass windows. That'll look pretty good when they're lit up, I hope. Got our cat, our levitating cat here on the steps. I don't know if it didn't show from there, but the cat's floating a little bit. But yeah, that's looking pretty cool. I'm pleased how this one's turning out. I think it's it took a long time, but it's really coming together now, which I sort of thought it would. I like it. I like it. All right, folks. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, complain, share. Do whatever you want to with all of that. Be good to one another. Stay safe, and I'll see you next time. Bye. You know when to say that, don't you? Neo says bye too.